We're going to be talking about Miles Turner possibly going over to the Atlanta Hawks via the Giannis Antetokounmpo trade, three-team trade. I don't like it. I'll tell you exactly why I do not want this trade for my Atlanta Hawks. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Uncut Atlanta Sports, where we talk about everything Atlanta sports as well as sports in general. Without all the behind kissing, we get right down to the nitty gritty. We're not afraid to offend you. So if that's the kind of sports talk that you like, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think, as well as head over to X. Follow me on X at Uncut Atlanta Spo. That's Uncut Atlanta SPO over on X. We know that we need a center here in Atlanta. We need a big man. We can't rebound. We can't block shots. We can't defend the paint. We know we need help down there. So there's a rumor out here right now about Miles Turner possibly coming over to Atlanta in the whole Giannis thing. And you know, every offseason there's a big uproar about Giannis. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Giannis is okay. Giannis is good. But, you know, the way that, people go on about Giannis, I'm not that high on Giannis. I'm just not at this point in his career. The injury history that he has, I'm just not high on the guy. But people love him. So, but with this trade, he can possibly end up going to Miami, and in return, the Atlanta Hawks could end up receiving Miles Turner. Let's take a look at how this trade can possibly go down. All right, so this is the possible trade. The Hawks can get Miles Turner. The Bucks, they'll receive Tyler Hero, Corey Kispert, Zachary Risachet, who is the biggest waste of a first-round pick that I can think of. We wasted a first-round pick on this guy. Now, Sarr didn't want to come to Atlanta, so we were kind of stuck getting this guy. Well, we wasn't stuck getting him. We could have drafted Stephon Castle, who I actually would have loved. We need a point guard, too. And so, but we got Zachary Risachet, but he can be packaged in this. And, of course, over on the Miami side, Jaime Jaquez, Kiel Ware, and Kasparis Jakakunas, whatever that name is, and a couple of first-round picks. A few first-round picks, actually. And if you go down, of course, the Miami Heat, they'll receive Giannis, Bobby Portis, and Gary Trent Jr. Now, I want to give my reasoning to why I don't want Miles Turner on the Atlanta Hawks. As a Hawks fan, why I don't want him on the roster. And it's not because I think he's a bad person, not because of anything like that. We're talking about basketball. The Hawks, when it comes to a big man, they don't just need a big man that can block shots. That's an important step, but they need a big man who can rebound the basketball. That's the thing that hurt the Hawks the most, rebounding in the playoffs, that first round series against the Knicks. The Hawks are the only team to beat the Knicks twice in the postseason this year. The thing that hurt them the most is that they could not keep the Knicks off of the glass, and that's what we need. So let's take a look at why Miles Turner, although he's great at blocking shots, he can stretch the floor, he can shoot the three, but why he is not a good fit for the Hawks, in my opinion. The only thing we want to focus on this stat chart from each season is the offensive rebounding and the defensive rebounding. That's all we want to pay attention to. So right here, this is the column where it says ORB, that's the offensive rebounding. DRB, that's the defensive rebounding. Look, since 2015, all the way up until this past season, he only have averaged just over one offensive rebound a game. That is not good for a center in the NBA. I would like that number to be at least 2.5, maybe 3. 2.5, maybe 3. I would love that. But look, not just that. Let's take a look at the defensive rebounding. Haven't been a single season to where he's averaged over 6 rebounds a game, defensive rebounds a game. The only year he did that was the 2022-2023 season. He averaged 6.1 defensive rebounds a game. Other than that, he's in the 4s, he's in the 5s. That's not good for a center, and that's not good for a team that lacked size and rebounding already. This makes no sense for them to trade and get a big man, although he's close to 7 feet tall. It doesn't make any sense to me to get him. And this guy's only averaging 1 offensive rebound for like the past 10 years. Barely 5 rebounds over the past 10 years, defensive rebounds. So those are not the numbers that the Hawks need right now for their big men. I think that they have to go all in on Walker Kessler. If they can nail down a deal to where they can sign Walker Kessler, I know it's going to demand a lot, but if they can nail him down, that's going to be the Hawks' best bet. And then drafting that point guard, a point guard that has some size on him, can defend and score inside and out. But you can't get Miles Turner. You can't get Miles Turner. He doesn't fit. He doesn't rebound. He's a terrible rebounder, an awful rebounder for the size that he has. And in my opinion, the dude just wouldn't make a great fit for the Hawks and what they need. We already got a Miles Turner. That's double O. Double O can shoot the 3. Double O can get you maybe a block or 2 a game sometimes. But Double O, because of his size, he gets dominated, I should say, on the glass, on the offensive glass, on the defensive glass. So to me, you'll just be getting another Double O with a few more inches of height on it. I don't want this. I don't want Miles Turner. Miles Turner, I'm sure, is a good dude. He seems like a good dude. But when we're talking about basketball, I just do not think he fit exactly what the Hawks need. The picture-perfect fit for the Hawks would be Walker Kessler. You won't have to trade for Walker Kessler. You just got to offer him the right money because he's a free agent right now, an unrestricted free agent. So you're free to sign him, but you're going to have to come with it to get him to come to Atlanta. So let's hope that they do that, and let's hope we never hear about this Miles Turner nonsense anymore and hear about him coming to Atlanta. It doesn't fit. It won't work, and it's just a terrible move to make to get him on this roster. Doesn't make any sense. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe, comment, head over to X. Follow me on X at Uncut Atlanta Sports. That's Uncut Atlanta SPO. I'm Walter. I'll see you on the next one.